Happy morning, students. Today we are going to discuss about artificial propagation. Before going to the topic, it is a small request. If you are new to our channel, please subscribe to our channel, like the videos. If it is useful, share with your friends and family. Thank you so much. Without any further delay, let's start the video. Artificial propagation. What is meant by artificial propagation? We already discussed in the previous class about natural propagation. If the propagation of plants occurs by the help of a man, means it occurs artificially, then it is called as artificial propagation. If the number of plants increasing by the help of man, then it is called as artificial propagation. Here in the artificial propagation, mainly we people are following three important processes. What are that? One is cutting. One of the artificial propagation is cutting. The name itself suggesting us. Here we are going to cut the parent plant. Okay, the existing plant. For example, if you take a potted plant which is in a small pot. Okay, here many varieties of plants may undergo artificial propagation by the help of cutting process. Here, the mainly thing, we need to take one parent plant which can propagate by the help of a cutting process. Okay, here we need to select a small branch, and the branch must contain a small bud. Okay, the branch must contain a small bud. Such kind of branch we need to select for this process. After selecting a branch which is having a small bud, we need to bury that branch in another flower pot which contains moist soil. Here the flower pot must contain moist soil, and we need to bury this branch into another flower pot or in the soil directly. Within a few days, the cutted branch from the parent plant started developing adventitious roots, and within few days it develops into an individual plant. This is about cutting. Okay, here what are the examples for cutting? Rose and hibiscus. Rose and hibiscus, these two are the examples for cutting. Here you need to remember only one thing. For the process of cutting, we need to select a branch from a parent plant. It must contain a bud. Then only it grows into an individual plant. Then move to the next one. What is that? Layering. Next process is layering. And we may find this layering process may occur artificially or by natural ways. Okay, here the weak stemmed plants, they have lower branches. They just have a direct connection with the soil. Here we are discussing about artificial propagation. The best example for this layering is jasmine and nerium. Jasmine, we are well familiar with the jasmine. Jasmine, it is a weak stemmed plant. The branch which is very lower, very near to the earth, we need to select such kind of branch, and you need to bury a small part of such kind of lower branch in the soil. Okay, if you imagine it is the soil, you need to select a small lower branch, and that branch must contain at least one node. Okay, at least one or two nodes. The branch which is having one or two nodes, which is very near to the soil, such kind of branch we need to select for the process of layering. Then see here children, then that branch we need to bury a small portion of that branch we need to bury in the moist soil, and you keep some weight on it. Okay, and the tip of that branch must be exposed to the aerial conditions. It must be present above the ground. Only a little bit of portion should be immersed into the soil, and remaining tip of the same branch should be exposed to the air. Okay, like that we need to arrange. Within a few days, about 10 or 15 days, it just started developing some adventitious roots. At that time, after developing some advantageous roots to this branch, we need to cut the connection between the parent plant and the branch. Then this branch, which is very near to the earth, may develop into an individual plant. The best example for layering is medium and jasmine. Next, in this artificial propagation, the important process, that is grafting. Many people know about grafting. Nowadays, not nowadays, from ancient days onwards, we people are following grafting process. Here, we are going to connect, we are going to make the two plants to grow together like a single plant. How it happens? See here, children. Here we need to take two plants which is having two desirable characters. For example, in my home, I have a mango plant. Okay, mango plant or a tree. And that tree able to give many mangoes which are very tasty, sweet. But the size of the mango is very small. And at your home, you just imagine you also have one mango tree and it may give number of mangoes which are large in size, but the taste is not nice at your home. Then after seeing these two trees, what we think about? We think the same. Why don't we have a same plant with a big size mangoes and having the sweet taste? Yes, we can do it possible. How? By grafting process. We need to connect the plant which is at my home and your home. We need to connect the two plants. How can we connect? See here, children. One plant, we need to cut one plant which is attached to the soil. We need to cut the stem of the plant in the shape of V. In the shape of V. Another plant also we need to cut the stem. We need to cut in the shape of V. Okay, like this we need to cut. And the stem which is connected with the soil is called as stalk. The plant stem which is connected to the soil is called as stalk. And the stem which is not having any root system and which is a stem of another plant which is in the shape of V is called as scion. Okay, one plant which is attached to the soil and another plant which is not having any root system and having a shape of cutted portion in the shape of V. We need to connect that two. Okay, one V and another V. We just immerse. We just connect the two stems together by using a twine thread. Okay, a twine thread which is a plastic thread, very strong. We need to wrap around the stem where we graft, where we attach these two stems. There we need to tie very tightly and we should not give any entrance to the air. Like that we need to tie the thread very tightly and leave for many days. And we supply the water, manure in the regular way. After a few days, the two plants, they just combine together and they start growing like a single plant. And the characters of this plant and this plant, they just join together and they are capable to produce many mangoes which are tasting sweet and which are having big size. We get the same desired character. For getting desired characters, we people are using the process of grafting. Many fruit giving plants and some flower giving plants, we just following the same method in order to get desirable characters. Examples are mango, citrus, apple. If you want to get desirable characters in the plants, then we need to follow the process of grafting. This is about artificial propagation in the lesson of reproduction. Thank you for watching.